how can people get together with no resources, with no office, with no computer, with no money on the bank, and be able to put something together.
This is the real-life story of a journey, the journey of a Rwandan woman. She is from Goma district in eastern Rwanda, a mother of two who earns her living from peasant farming. She begins her daily journey at the river, where she goes to every morning in search of water to quench her family's thirst and cook food for them. She is among 48% of Rwandans with no access to clean water, but she has to make do with what she has because life must go on. Most of her days are a rat race, full of labors that rarely provide a decent livelihood. She spends long, sweaty hours in her small farm, digging and weeding, hoping that the rains will come and her labor will result in a bumper harvest that will feed her children and leave her with a bit of extra produce to sell. But this rarely happens because her beans and bananas don't often fetch good prices. But still, she soldiers on. Her commitment to her farm never went.
When we started, I said, okay, number one, let's target our interventions to the poorest of the poor so that children can be fed, can have food, so that they can go to school. And these people together can share a living. So we said, let's get together, try to work on the improvement of these people's livelihoods.
Through the support of ARAMA, she teams up with other women and together they launch a small farm produce business.
I'm working with the poor women who have never used money, who have never tried any business. They are poor, but with a hope. When I go and work with them, someone tells me I can even buy a good trouser for my husband, and I say, great.
Her marital journey has been full of ups and downs, more downs than ups. Her husband is a good man with a good heart, but a very bad temper. Whenever he drinks, which is almost every day, he beats her severely, leaving her in tears and in bruises. It is a cycle of violence that keeps getting shorter and shorter.
Mu byukuri njya kuza muri uwo muryango nari mfite ibibazo bya bindi binkomereye hahandi numvaga jewe narafasha n'umwanzuro wo kwihata yoda nkayumwe nkumva kwisi nta nicyo maze nkicara nkavuga nariko mana wandemeye iki kuko kugira ngo iyo ubona za guhura n'ibi bibazo iyo ureka kundema nkumva birandenze nareba umugabo kwangira nareba n'umuryango nabo baranyanze nkumva nakwiyahura.
The turmoil of her marital journey eased a bit when she began attending both individual and group counseling sessions organized by ARAMA. Her village was one of 473 villages with family counselors trained by ARAMA.
I'm a psychologist and I'm working here in ARAMA to address GBV cases in an approach that wants to be more holistic and systemic. What we do here is we receive cases, GBV victims. We first of all focus on the victims and we have to rehabilitate the victims on an individual basis. So we first of all we have to deal with the distress. They come here with why they are distressed, and we have to counsel them on an individual basis. But we don't stop there. We have to go more in deep and to analyze the causes of the GBV cases we have, and to also to address the consequences of the GBV cases.
In addition to psychosocial counseling, ARAMA also provided her with legal counseling. Consequently, she now knows about her legal options when faced with gender-based violence. Although she appreciates the role that counseling has played in aiding her marital journey, it doesn't put food on her table. She still needs a livelihood that will feed and clothe her children. This is why ARAMA joined her on her livelihood journey. She is part of 2,100 women from 70 villages receiving financial support from ARAMA towards income-generating activities. This financial support from ARAMA has boosted her livelihood journey, and she is now able to run a small business that assists in providing for her family. Although times are still tough, at least she knows where the next meal will come from. By boosting her livelihood, ARAMA had employed a holistic approach towards gender-based violence, an approach that went beyond the symptoms and addressed the root causes of gender-based violence, an approach that tackled her marital journey together with her livelihood's journey. This way, she was protected from gender-based violence even as she was helped to earn a livelihood. Her journey was captured by ARAMA through its media campaign, public awareness, and outreach activities on gender. This media campaign was achieved through community theater and radio. ARAMA teamed up with the local community radio station known as Radio Izuba to produce a series of radio drama series. The radio series proved so popular that virtually every household with a radio ended up being sensitized about gender-based violence. Even as her journey was duly publicized, ARAMA sought to entrench the progress that she had made. In this regard, ARAMA set up gender-based violence and children's rights committees composed of 9 people in 473 villages. ARAMA then trained 946 of these committees together with the 2,100 women from 70 villages on laws touching on prevention and punishment of gender-based violence.
ARAMA yambaye bugufi nkabagezeho ikibazo cyanjye bakangira inama mwampaye ntabwo zapfuye ubusa kugeza na n'ubu kandi muracyamba hafi nubwo niruka njya mu manza njya kuburana mumba hafi cyane iyo mbagezeho mungira inama.
In order to ensure the sustainability of these initiatives, ARAMA formed Umuryango clubs to stimulate family dialogue and transformative masculinity. These clubs have greatly assisted in ARAMA's quest to promote and enhance positive family values. Despite all this progress that she has made, her journey is still far from over. She must be assisted to sustain and grow her small business. She must further be protected from all forms of violence that will harm her either physically or emotionally.
Nabashije kwisanga ndahantu hazima ahantu habi nari mvuye mbasha kwisanga ahantu heza mbasha kwikura mu bwigunge ubwo nari mfite numva umutima wanjye uranezerewe nari mfite ubwigunge.
She must be assisted to follow her dreams, for it is only when these dreams are realized that her journey will near its destination. She must be assisted to keep walking, to keep living.